For the global community of Tiashin who have been following Chief Abundance since 2019, they know that it is very rare that I will do two audios in one day. Very rare. I believe that they can count the many times that I did that on one hand. And so I will continue with part 2 of the audio of the 25th of June 2023, which speaks to the attitude that we have found ourselves, that of dependency. And once you at that level of dependency, it means that you're in a desperate place. You are in a desperate place and you are capable of doing anything. And so, how did we get to the stage or the state? Because dependency is a state. Remember, not too long ago, I spoke about that there are permanent state and there are also non-permanent state. That no matter how long we live, they will be with us. But I also says that even though the state may be permanent, your situation, your state is not permanent. And I make reference to this. Greed is a state. Selfishness and ignorance, they are also states. Love, peace, joy, these are all states that we can change throughout the day. Poverty is a state. Wealth is also a state. They're all states that are not permanent. Envy and jealousy, dependency, they're all states. You also have permanent states. The country that you were born in. You have the village that you came out of. You might now be in the city or in another part. But the fact that you came away from the state, that does not mean the state does not exist. I've been to New York many times. I left New York, I went to New Jersey. I left New Jersey, I went to Philadelphia, to Pennsylvania, to Maryland, to Washington, D.C. When I leave New York and went to New Jersey, did New York disappear? New York did not disappear, because there are some states that are permanent, while some states are temporarily. And I also said that you will also bear the characteristics of the state, whether positive or negative. The state that you're in will influence your life and your existence. For example, in New York, you know that the taxes are very high. And so by the virtue that you decide to live in Manhattan, you know that it's a very high price tag area for you to live. Apart from if you go to North Bronx, 231st, 233rd, 234th Street, the accommodation is like night versus day. And so the state that you're in will also influence you. It will affect the way you live, the way you think, the expenditures. You go to New Jersey, a more lower income, lower tax rate city, to some extent duty free. Your living condition there is not the same as if you're in New York. That is why some people, they work in New York, but they live in New Jersey because of the low tax. And so the state can influence you. Poverty is a state. Is a state that it's permanent. Poverty is a permanent state. But you do not have to remain in that state permanently. That is the difference. You can choose to come in and out of poverty if you want. Wealth is a state. Not because you're poor that wealth, the state of wealth, does not exist. There are certain states that they are permanent. But you do not have to be permanent in them. You know, I think I said earlier that the states are not permanent. But I think that was a miscalculation on my part. Because as long as we live, there are permanent states, whether we choose to believe it or not. But the good thing, where we are concerned, we can choose to enter which state, and we also can choose to leave the state that we want to leave behind. And so that of dependency that I was talking about, and the mindset that breeds, the mindset of dependency is not a good one, because it breeds jealousy, it breeds hatred. It is the mindset of Cain. And then we will say, you know, I love you. I do this because I love you. Was it out of love that Cain slew his brother Abel? Is it because he loved his brother? Why he killed him? Why did he move to that level? The first death occurred in the Bible. Two brothers. It can't get any closer. Why? Jealousy. Why? Greed. Why? Ignorance. Why? Selfishness. Why? Covetousness. All these are states. All these are states. And you have the children of Cain. From the beginning of Genesis down to Revelation, you see them. The Judases, the Naamans. They're there. The sons of Joseph, of Jacob, that sold their brother into slavery. A matter of fact, they were planning to kill him. Those are the characteristics and traits of Cain. And they are with us today. Why did Joseph's brothers would even conceive such imaginable things? Their own brother was over a dream a dream that he told his father, 11 stars, I think, bowed down to the moon. And there was another one, the cheese. And that put envy and jealousy. For me, I have a brother that is aspiring to be president. Why should I envy him? Is it not for my own benefit? And that is why the world is as it is today. And this has, you see, I'm not even going to tack. I'm not even touching tack and any technical things, because all those things means nothing if our mindset remain the same. Because if anything should change permanently, it must first start in the mind. It must first start in the mind. And so when you look at the brothers want to basically kill the uncommon favor. And I was saying that is why when we look into our homes and families, communities, countries, region, and continent, the curses that we are facing today is due to the Cains of this world. The Cains of this world, they are the ones that get rid of the anointed ones. The jealousy is too much. They are the ones that many who have been sent with the anointing to make a difference in this world, the Cains of the world has taken them out, and they're also intact. They took up leadership intact. They are the Cains of the world. They are a destroyer of your destiny. Make no mistake. There are people that come into your circles. They are your destiny holders. And when they go prematurely, they carry your destiny with them, because they were sent to open a door that no one else can open. And that is the crisis that we are facing today in the Afro-Caribbean countries, because those who were sent with integrity and honesty and the love of country, they were being removed. They were being removed. And so this is the result. That which should have blessed us now cursed us. Gaddafi. Look at Gaddafi. The things that Gaddafi used to do for Libya. Libyans, educated, free education. They were even getting monies, every family, from the consolidated funds. Gaddafi was supporting a lot of African countries, building up their economies, have excellent ideas for the unification of Africa to strengthen our resolve. Look what they have done to him. Obama, Hillary, all of them. Look what they have done. And so you think that you will take out those that are sent to be bridge builders, ladder makers, opportunity creators, and you think by getting rid of them that your life will be better? Because that's what Cain felt. That's how he felt. Judas felt the same way. Being the 12th, sat there as innocent, knowing he has already plotted sold the master for 30 pieces of silver. Just like those brothers that sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. It comes down to greed, to short-sightedness. May we, in this community of Tiashen, may these words touches each of us to change us from what and who we are to what and who we should become. We are not here to be stumbling blocks for no one, but we are here to build bridges, to be a blessing. Hence the reason the Abundance Community was created. The Abundance Diaspora City was being introduced because we are the ones that have been sent in this period where we are needed the most. This is the worst of periods financially, but there is